a big fan of yours.
Your wife's a big fan of mine?
And your wife.
Yes, that's fair. People should be a fan of my wife. I don't know about being a fan of
Seriously,
me in particular.
Allison.
Right? Yes.
Seriously.
We both married incredible women named Allison.
Yeah.
Yes. And they're both redheads. Scott, you are originally from Cincinnati, Ohio.
Yeah.
Oh wait.
And
All right.
And Luke Michael.
And Luke
just learned
Michael,
a lot about.
right?
What a voice, by the way.
Yeah, right? He's incredible. So you're born and raised in Cincinnati, and before you were doing the singer-songwriter thing, you were in this band in Cincinnati, crushing the Chicago game, right? What
From
was that?
Cincinnati.
Right.
Yes. Cavachon.
Crushing the Cleveland game.
Yeah. All over Midwest.
What was that band called?
Cavachon.
Cavachon.
Yeah.
And you were the singer. You were up there with the mic and the vest, doing the dance moves, the whole thing.
Yeah. My wife will tell you the best.
Is she a fan of the vest or not so much?
No, that was like a 2009 thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was singing. I always call myself a songwriter, a singer.
Okay.
Because I'm not even the best one from Cincinnati in here tonight. Clearly, Luke.
But the funny thing is, you moved to Nashville, but you moved here 2 separate times.
Yes.
What was it like? Why was that? What was the first time about?
So the first time was in 2008, end of 2008 into 9, and I was in a band. We did an EP with the producer down here, and
Dan Huff.
No, not gonna say the name. I don't know if he's still here, but we did it, and the band ended eventually after that, and then I always promised myself, we went to Chicago after that.
Okay.
I always promised myself I'd come back here with maybe a little bit more, like worldly armor.
Sure.
On. I was 19 at the time.
You were a kid at the time.
Child.
I mean, a 19-year-old moving to Nashville.
Yeah.
Not always a great idea.
No, I probably wouldn't be alive if I stayed here, honestly. Or I wouldn't have met my wife. I wouldn't have,
Cause of death? What are we thinking?
There's plenty of options there. Plenty.
Face down in the Cumberland for some reason.
Probably.
Right.
Probably. Hanging out on Broadway, but I always promised myself that I'd come back, and then came back, signed at least 6 hours before the tornado hit in 2020.
Oh wow!
Got
here right
March,
before that 2020
March
tornado.
15th. We moved in March 15th, which was the shelter-in-place day for COVID.
Wow! Yeah.
So nobody was really reaching out to write songs with new people that moved here at that
Right.
time. So that's kind of when we, more later than that, but that's when I met you. You were one of the first.
Yeah, we met at Belcourt Taps.
Belcourt Taps.
Right at the end of 2020.
Yeah.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Belcourt Taps. Anyone else?
Yeah.
Belcourt Taps? Yeah.
The Cabana Taps, Alley Taps, Belcourt Taps, trio.
All the taps.
Taps.
Yeah,
Tap
I think when you walked in there, they were always playing.
Yeah.
Right? Playing taps. Yeah. Thank you, Evan.
Nice.
He's always on it. But you were doing like solo acoustic guitar singer-songwriter thing for a while.
Yeah.
But then you have a whole new band now.
Yeah, so I got a band called Salmon in the Current.
Salmon in the Current.
Yeah, like the river.
Why? Why the name Salmon in the Current? Well,
Okay.
how does that even relate to you? I don't even get it.
Have you've been in bands before?
Once or
you might
twice.
be the one writing songs.
I don't
right?
recommend it.
I don't either.
Yeah.
That's the thing. It's not a recommended thing. But I played in a bunch of bands, and we were always changing names, and I was writing songs for it, and I realized, man, people would come to a show
Yeah.
expecting to hear a song or wanting to hear a song, and then they're like, where can I find that? And then
Yeah.
you're redirecting them all the time. So I just said, let's get this umbrella. And Salmon in the Current, as punny as it is, I got a bunch of records that I put out on my own with
Right.
my name, but you're playing stuff that you've previously recorded
So,
in the moment.
do salmon swim with the current or against the current?
Against, it's been tough.
Against, yeah.
Yeah.
So you're the strong one.
Yeah, I was gonna call it Salmon in the Row because a group of salmon.
Oh,
It's
sure.
not a school, it's a row.
It's a row. It's a
But
murder.
then I was Salmon Row, you got Music Row, and
That's weird.
you would be.
Right. So you're salmon. You're swimming against the current.
I can use that forever.
You're jumping up waterfalls.
Yeah.
Getting eaten by bears.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's also a way to say to band members, if, I love my band right now, but to be like, hey, nobody's in the current forever.
Right. This is the current band. Right. These are the ones for now.
Yeah, nobody's permanent in the current.
But you have some like pretty solid members and some pretty
Yes.
notable members, right?
Yes, I do. Henry, he's a Nashville staple. He's played bass for a lot of different bands. And then Tyler Richardson. I record with a fella named Ty Fury, who's a guitar tech he's been in several country country artist.
Right.
And I met him in 2020, and I wanted to get a setup of my guitar done.
Yeah.
He knew I had all this. He was a fan of the stuff I recorded. He was trying to trick me into recording with him.
Okay.
So now we've got 30 songs recorded together. When I just wanted to get a simple guitar set up.
But there's also like a very notable band related to this as well, right?
Which one? Alice in Chains.
Alice in Chains, was that the one?
That was the one.
Yeah.
That was the first one. No, so it's just Salmon and Current now, but I record stuff with my Ty, and we play those songs.
Right.
But
And so you're out there doing full band shows, and your first full band show was at the Lipstick Lounge.
Lipstick Lounge.
The only
Anybody?
lesbian bar in the South.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's talk about it.
Yeah, let's get into it.
Yeah. So I know John who runs the place, and it was one of the first bars that my wife and I went to. It's a karaoke bar primarily.
Yeah.
But Jonna has sung with like Ronnie Millsap, and she liked our band.
Wow.
It's just 4 dudes, and I was like, wow, we're gonna hit the diversity quota for Lipstick Lounge.
Yeah.
Now, so that's why she has this in there.
The whole spectrum.
But I love it. That's the first show that we played, and we kind of built our fan base around that 5 Points area.
And if I recall, you had this cool thing. I was at that show.
Yeah.
And you bought a bunch of disposable cameras.
Oh yeah.
And just passed, and you're just like, everyone, just take pictures and
Yeah.
leave the camera.
Yeah. It's weird. I've only done that once. Well, I did it twice.
Did you get any cool pictures?
I got
from
some
it?
cool pictures. Yeah.
Yeah.
We did.
So I was there. I was gonna take a very
You didn't take
inappropriate
one?
photo. I took photos, but I was gonna take a very inappropriate one, and my wife talked me out of it.
But not because it was like going to be inappropriate, because you were using a disposable camera, and she's got like a $5,000 one.
Right.
That's
Well,
what-
you were gonna have to take those to like a shop and
Yeah.
get them.
Yeah,
And
I
then-
took them on ones on stage, and I handed them out, and then people went around the night. And
It was like a wedding.
It was weird. It was a weird
Yeah.
wedding.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where do you like draw? I mean, because you have this really like Kerouac, Bukowski kind of like songwriting thing. Like, where does the inspiration come from?
I guess I try to, if I'm working on writing, I usually go to the instrument last. Now.
Okay.
It's
So
like-
what's first? Is it
First
the
is
words
like-
or the melody?
The kind of the phrasing of a spacing of syllables,
Okay.
and
Yeah.
then you're like, okay, with that melody, and you got your phone where you got all your ideas, right?
Sure.
I'll do stuff melodically on a guitar, but then I'll try and match them later. So you write, the phrasing of a word, and then a melody comes, and then you're like, okay, what's the story? And, like, I literally did this, the new song that I just finished today, called Better, When the Better Half Leaves. It all starts with the rhythm of the words. Because if you can sing it without any music and want to push play at the
That's
end
the
of it
key.
again, I think so.
So you start with the cadence.
Yeah.
You're like
Now, yeah.
Right, and then
Now,
the
like,
words.
You can play E, C, D, G, but it's like,
Could you play E, C,
could you
D,
do that?
G?
You know this chord progression. There you go.
Right.
Hey, yeah, ready.
And
You guys are good. So if that's the original, like the Christmas tree, so to speak, then all the ornaments that come after that are going to be not as unique
right.
to that tree. If you make the thing, the phrasing.
I love the Christmas tree analogy.
Sorry,
No, I think it's
came up.
great.
Yeah.
I think it makes perfect sense.
You're just doing a great job. This is so cool to see you do this. I love this. I do.
I wasn't born good at very many things. I can produce records
Working hard.
and I can have a one-on-one conversation in front of people.
Working hard.
Yeah, I was born short and ugly, but I feel like
Same.
right? You get
Same.
me? Yeah. But
All
I
those
feel like
5'9"ers out there.
yes, thank you. Or 5'7.5"ers.
Sorry.
Don't forget the half-inch. But I feel like when we're born short and ugly, that gives us an opportunity to grow a personality.
Yeah, you got a tall future ahead.
Yeah. Without that, I mean, life would just be too easy. You know what I'm saying? So, do you have any new songs coming out?
Yes, so the stuff I've been working on since basically beginning of 2021 with Ty.
Okay.
He's a producer, guitar tech, but he's also a great guitar player. We got 20 songs that I've recorded with him. We're going to put out about 8.
You recorded 20 songs?
It started as a guitar setup, and then
Yeah.
it turned into...
Did you
20
save some for anyone else?
Save some. Save some for later. So we're going to put out 8 songs in March, like end of March, that I've done with him. And I'm really proud of them. And my band then plays those.
Okay.
So that in the current.
In the current.
You
Currently.
Currently, we're playing on the 15th at Eastside Bowl, and then we're doing
wow.
March 15th at 5 Spot, and then April 12th at Star River.
So you're going to do Eastside Bowl, then Hollywood Bowl.
Correct.
Then come back to East Nashville again.
Yeah.
Right.
That's the plan.
Cool, brother.
Yeah.
Well, will you play one